What's going on, you guys? I'm sure a lot of you heard the news by now. David Benavidez, Caleb Plant has agreed to fight each other in 2023. It's been a long time coming for these two fighters to actually fight each other. It seemed like they've been circling around each other for years for whatever reason. Maybe they wanted to clear out the division. Who knows what these guys wanted to do, but for now, they look like it's about to go down. Caleb Plant is 21-1 with 13 knockouts. Only loss came at the hands of Canelo Alvarez. David Benavidez is 26-0 with 23 knockouts. They share a common opponent in Anthony Durrell. They both stopped him in the 9th round. They almost shared a common opponent in Jose Uzataki, but I'm not quite sure if David Benavidez is still going to be fighting Uzataki. A lot of fans were throwing tomatoes when they heard that news, right? So I'm not quite sure if that fight is still going to happen at this particular moment, but the fight that fans are going to be talking about, the fans that have been wanting to see in the super middleweight division, is a fight between Caleb Sweet Hands Plant and David Benavidez. Who wins the fight based off what we've seen their last fights? Caleb Plant went 9 rounds with the dog Durrell. They stopped him. Very impressive fashion. A lot of nasty build-up going into that fight. But Caleb Plant went in there and got the job done in impressive fashion under his new trainer, Stephen Breadman. David Benavidez's last opponent was David Lemieux when he last fought in May. David Lemieux has since retired after that fight, and prior to that fight, David Lemieux hasn't fought in quite some time. So, both guys, if you look at the resume, they share a common opponent in Anthony Durrell. They both stopped him in the 9th round. It's pretty similar, other than the fact that Caleb Plant was able to nab a fight with Canelo Alvarez. But for the most part, it looks somewhat similar. Now, on paper, going into this fight, who has the advantages? I think that the loss to Canelo Alvarez, Caleb Plant received a lot of criticism because of that 9th round conversation that he had, right? That conversation threw a lot of people off, and I think Caleb Plant took notice of that, and I think he's since redeemed himself in his more previous fight with Anthony Durrell. A lot more serious, and he really wasn't playing any games. And for a guy that was known as a feather-fisted fighter, he proved to the people that he isn't some feather-fisted fighter. Caleb Plant has good boxing ability, a good IQ, speed. I think he has a lot of advantages in his fight against David Benavidez. David Benavidez has been crushing his opposition. Excellent hand speed, excellent punch placement, great combination puncher. His feet may not be the best, but David Benavidez, he will walk you down. He will beat you down. It should be a really good fight. Could Caleb Plant stay on his bike for a duration of the fight? Right? Will David Benavidez be able to land that shot? Will he be able to get Caleb Plant to sit still enough for him to land those machine gun combinations? It's going to be a lot of conversations as the fights, as this fight continues to develop, as the build-up starts, as the training camp starts, and fans are going to start taking their picks. Who do you guys got right now, as of right now, based off their last performances? Caleb Plant looked pretty good against Anthony Durrell. Stopped him. Very impressive fashion. And for David Benavidez, a fight with David Lemieux. A guy who, well, let's just be honest, both guys, Durrell and Lemieux, have seen better days. Both guys are older fighters. Both guys, one would say, is past their primes. But now it's time for Caleb Plant and David Benavidez, two guys that's in their prime, to actually go down, to actually fight each other this time around. Right? Two guys that's in their prime to finally throw down this time. Because, let's be honest, they've been circling around each other for years. But it's good to hear that they finally about to make it happen. Salute to both men. I can't wait to really start talking about this matchup. About time something to happen. A matchup in boxing where we get to finally see two rivals finally get to throw down. We don't have a date yet as of right now of me making this video, but the news alone has piqued boxing fans' interest. You know, the Spence Crawford thing is kind of dead in the water, but it's still a topic that everybody's talking about. However, we need some more boxing to talk about, and now we're going to be talking about David Benavidez versus Caleb Sweet Hands Plant. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.